All right, this is 2 years in the making. Countless hours of design, programming, wiring, installing, you name it, it happened here. This is the video where two brands collide to bring you one amazing automation system. The Federal American Grill is now open for business. Let's go check it out. Over 23 displays, over 50 speakers, 8 zones of audio, all controlled from here. This is the Control4 T4 touchscreen that is controlling this entire restaurant. We're gonna pause right here for a second. I'm gonna give you a quick rundown and I'm gonna demo a couple of things. If you saw phase 1 and phase 2, I've been talking about this cool touchscreen for a while, and today I get to show it. First of all, the multi-display driver. This is going to allow us to control the audio, shortcuts, and every single display has its own source. While I'll pause here before I change things, one of the awesome things about here is that at 10 a.m. in the morning, the system auto turns on. What does that mean? Every single TV turns on to the selected cable box. The music starts to play. Don't know if you can hear it because we got great mics, but the music does start to play at the selected level. We have a stream box in the back, a commercial stream box that sends the audio to all of the zones. So all of this happens without anyone having to touch this. From there, this actual touchscreen, let me do a couple of demos. I can actually select the channels or the type of televisions that I want to select. I can choose if I want to choose the source. So let's say we're going to change all those TVs to Xfinity cable box number 4. You notice that the TV's changed to the selected channel that we picked. You can go to each individual TV and switch it to a different source. So if I only want to switch one TV to Roku, so this is TV 1. They run down 1 through 21. One of the things I wanted to show you, we're looking at this display up here, and I'll put the camera up so you can see it. 1, this touchscreen gives me the option to turn this into the remote of the Roku. So as you can see, 1, it is very fast. So it is very responsive because this is an IP driver. 2, whenever it comes to the switching, if I want to switch a source, also very responsive. When it comes to the channels, changing channels, boom, very responsive. This is a fast, simple system for us to control every display in here. We got TV 1 and TV 2. We're going to select cable box 3. You notice that both of these TVs are now displaying the same exact thing. It was so fast you didn't even catch it. MOIP by binary. These are transmitters and receivers on the back of each television and in the rack with each display. I'll take y'all back over there in a little bit, but as you got to see, the video display driver works amazing. It's simple to use, and this is how we're used in the entire place. The next thing I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna put this down because here we made some upgrades. We actually put one of these in each room. So let's go check it out. This is the PDR Room. The Federal American Grill has 3 of these private offices or private locations for you to rent them out. The PDR, the Champagne Room, and the Whiskey Room. I don't want to spend too much time showing you each of the displays. However, I'm going to bring you in this room and show you everything that you can do from here. So for example, you and your friends rent the suite. You come in here, you're having a birthday party, and you want to control what's on the television. We actually installed an iPod on the wall to give you control of the room. This touchscreen is gonna work just like the Control4 T4. We run a cat cable down this wall and are powering it via PoE in the back. From here, I can select the television that I'm going to use and I can change the channels. So from here, I can scroll down the channels. I can select what volume and what source. Perfect example. If you want to listen to the music that's playing out there, we can bring it into the system. If you're watching a game or a private showing or anything, I can come over here and turn it up and you can hear what's on the radio. I'm sorry, you can hear what's on the television. Easy. Another cool thing about here, yes, this display has inputs from a rack for you to display the same thing as the entire restaurant. But one of the things is we have an HDMI keystone over here to make this a private room with its own source. This HDMI input, it's only connected to this television. So if you're having an event, you need to bring in your computer, your monitor, whatever, for a presentation, you have your own input, your own TV for you to control. One more thing I'm gonna show you in this other room, so let's go check it out. All right, y'all remember this room? The most important room in the building? If you don't, here, let's go check it out. All right, it looks a whole lot different. This is our security and network rack, and this is our big boy AV rack. Chris, come on in here. I know it's tight, y'all, so we're gonna have to get close and personal for this video, but we turn this a little bit. All right, starting at the top, and if you haven't noticed any consistency on our racks, we always start with networking and control at the top, right? So all of your networking, your actual switch for this entire rack, it's gonna go at the top. Told you, we got a router on this side, feeding this side, so this is your main switches, your PoE switches, and then we have lines coming over here to this switch to power the AV rack. Cable boxes, you need cable boxes. These are all the sources that are sending the video out there. The things to highlight in this rack are these little things with this blue light. These are actually binary receivers. These are MOIP systems. There's an HDMI running from this cable box into this device. Then there's a CAT cable running from this device into this PoE managed switch. This is a package managed switch. This is actually your video matrix. This is the piece of device that's controlling all of your video sourcing. So all of these go into this, and then from here, we send it into the televisions at the bar. I'm gonna show you the amplifiers and the matrix down here at the bottom, because this is what controls all of the audio. Once again, video TVs, audio down here. What did we do here? We have a triad audio matrix that has all of your audio sources going into it. And then from here, we are sending audio into these smart 70-volt amplifiers. All of the zones out there are dedicated. So we have, each individual's room has its own powered amp. The actual outdoor, it's its own zone. The seating area is its own. The hallways and bathrooms are a different zone to be able to control volume separately and to give them an overall full experience. This is what makes this entire restaurant work. One of the cool rooms is the actual champagne and the whiskey room. So let me take you over there. Come on. All right, so on phase 2, I brought you into this room. It was a dark, ugly room. And I talked about the difference in speakers. Yes, we have a touchscreen over there. Yes, we have a television here. Yes, it has its own input. But one of the things that I wanted to bring up in this specific project is the design and the time that it took us to make this not only work, but look at the way it does. Look the way it does. The speakers that we used in here, we used in-ceiling speakers, we used pendant speakers, and we used surface-mounted speakers. All 70-volt speakers. The ones outside are a different brand because we wanted a different look on the actual speaker. But in here, as I mentioned on our previous video, this is that big in-ceiling thing that I was talking about. We have 2 black in-ceiling speakers to cover this area. And then on these corners, we have 4 pendant black in-ceiling speakers to give us full coverage. I've said this in all of our videos. When it comes to commercial audio, we want to make sure that the audio is full. So you want to place speakers somewhere in the range of 6 to 10 feet, depending on the height, depending on the wattage. The good thing is you don't have to think about that. You could just call us and we'll figure it out for you. Let's go outside so I can show you something else. Come on. All right, we're outdoors. As you can see, like I told you, every 8 to 10 feet, we have a 70-volt speaker. When it comes to restaurants, it's all about the experience, the audio experience, the food experience, the customer service experience. The one thing that we did here was make sure that the audio video was up to par with their food. Thank you for watching us. This has been an awesome video. Whatever you need, we're here to help. It does take us a lot to make these videos. So leave us a thumbs up, subscribe, and don't forget to look, listen, and live with Empire AV.